Hey everyone, Pupsker here. Today in Warframe, we're going to go over the weekly reset for September 28th to October 5th. First and foremost, the Vallis Undermind update coming October 15th. Until then, nothing really big happening. 10 VIPs, but other than that, nothing really huge, so keep that in mind. Pretty much quiet time until October 15th. But we do also naturally still have Archon shards, so blue Archon shard for this week, and not a lot of brand new news outside of the new Devstream and update stuff, so go check out the full video if you want to learn about that. And as always, if you like the weekly resets, sub, like, and use Epic Games creator code Pupsker to support the channel. But let's continue on now and take a look at the Duviri Paradox Incarnon weapons. We have the Incarnons as follows: the Bow Incarnon, Latrin Incarnon, Furus Incarnon, Furix Incarnon, and the Strun Incarnon. I believe out of these ones for this week, you'll want to grab the Latrin and the Furus Incarnon, because I think those are just the favorites out of everyone, right? Look at that. Heat damage beam in Incarnon form. Heat damage energy waves that bounce off enemies and terrain in Incarnon form. Both of them are really good one way or another. This one increases range, heavy attack efficiency. Waken this one to gain heavy slam efficiency, leaves behind heat damage fields after heavy slams in Incarnon form. So if you want to build around doing heavy slams, AoE fire, this one's actually pretty interesting and cool, but you do have to want to actually build around that, or it just wouldn't make sense. Lastly, this one's fire staggering explosives in projectile and Incarnon form. Haven't really messed with this one enough, can't say too much, but I don't think it's a fan favorite. Either way, let me know what you think. This one, at least with the Bow Incarnon, it's really good if you just want to straight up melee, because it does gain +4 range instantly in Incarnon form. Heavy attack efficiency, melee damage, decent boost there, some more range or efficiency there, movement speed. And this one's not the best, but it's not the worst, with some crit, status, chance status, slash on impact, so it's like, okay. This one does gain a lot of damage, multi-shot on impact puncture, not too shabby. The other one's kind of like a condition overload if you're fast enough. This one's just kind of basic, nothing good enough, but weapon recoil, sure. And then from there we have removes enemy armor per puncture, not bad. Insane headshot damage, also not bad. Or if you want to be basic and just do a ton of damage, increase crit chance by 30% and crit damage by 0.6 times. So this thing is godly. Naturally, it's like lower and less insanely high boosts on, I think, the Latrin Prime. But the Latrin Incarnon Genesis is just so good in general. This one just shoots pretty well as a beam. A lot of increased damage there. Hitting enemies with electricity is good, because then you get more multi-shot. Not bad, not bad. Headshot, magazine accuracy, nothing huge. But shots fired with critical chance lower than 40% get huge fire rate, crit damage multiplier. Or headshots increase fire rate by a lot. Okay, not the best 4th evolution, but you can do a lot with it still. The Furix, on the other hand, is mainly for just slamming some melee there. Here we have damage increase boost, not bad. Here we have range, which is actually not too shabby there. And then some other general boosts, slash into impact, base critical damage on slide. So this one you have to really, really want to build around that weird niche. Either way, this one has decent enough big damage boosts, right? +5 base multi-shot, on firing, multi-shot, stacks 5x, pretty good. Projectile speed, electricity status, chance to reload, okay, reload speed, not bad. This one is really good in general. You can get base crit chance, status in Incarnon form, or crit and some status in Incarnon form. So not bad, all good. I would just say Bow Incarnon's my favorite melee out of all of these. I like the Latrin Incarnon the most out of the guns. People really love the Furus Incarnon. These two, least favorite, more niche, but you can go with what you want. And then remember to always grab a Riven mod if you do want to get one of those. So not bad with the Incarnons this week in Warframe. If we take a look at the base circuits right now in Warframe, we do have Hydroid, Mirage into Limbo, and those can be a little annoying because Limbo you have to do like the Limbo theorem. For Hydroid you have to do Counselor Vahek on Earth. I think Hydroid overall is like a simple basic very, very early on one, so probably can already build him or farm him up for that matter. Mirage, on the other hand, is there a quest you actually have to do for her? Yeah, it's hidden message, right? So she might take a little bit more time, a little more annoying to get through that, but you do have to complete the hidden message quest. I don't think it's actually terrible. You might just have to like Google around where to go, but it's been a long time since I've actually ran that, but hey. And then Limbo theorem for Limbo, so legitimately this week, grab whichever one you don't have. Mirage is the strongest for general play. Hydroid is also really strong if you like Hydroid and want to do a build around that. Limbo is everyone's least favorite, but can still be a very, very strong Warframe. So let me know what you think about the weekly Warframes for the circuit. But it's definitely not really too bad. We're going through the weekly reset pretty fast this week, because it doesn't look like there's anything too big. Normal old Nightwave, kill enemies, missions, Eximus, Deep Archimedea, Temporal Archimedea, Relics, Vast Foss, Vom Foss, sorry, Residue. Okay, nothing big. Caches across Sabotage. Sweet. If we take a look at the mods, Rifle Amp, okay, volatile variant for the Sporithix, really good. This one's highly recommended. People really love it. Fested Impotence Aura, meh. Tonkor Precision Strike, yeah, not bad, not bad. EMP Aura there. Napalm Grenades for the Penta, okay, okay. Gorgon Metamorphic Magazine, not terrible, but maybe not the best, but still not terrible. Energy Siphon Aura, Critical Mutation for the Catalyst. People really like this one, huge buff, so this one and Volatile Variant probably recommended. Deadeye, Corrosive Projection, Enemy Radars, Sprint Boost, Sniper Scavenger, Ambush Optics, and then Ember Purifying Flames with Rumbled for Atlas. The appearance tab, all just general cosmetic, helmets, etc., as it kind of always is. Nothing super special or super cool, but still pretty good overall. Next up we have Vauban in, yeah, always Vauban parts, but a lot of swords this week. Mastery rank week. If you haven't done your Nightwave weapons, get Heat Dagger. Really good overall Heat Dagger, really strong weapon. It has heat damage, so it helps early on. All of this is general MR fodder. Glaive's still really strong at a low rank, but it's still MR fodder for the most part. Except for Ceramic Dagger. This one, I think there's like Ceramic Dagger Incarnon, so it might not be the best, but it's still pretty cool. So grab that and don't get rid of that one. Everything else here you can just use for Mastery rank, but Heat Dagger is pretty strong, and Plasma Sword does have electricity with slash as high status numbers. So think about that, why don't ya? And the Jaw Sword is a slash sword, so at MR0 might be worth chucking on at least for a little bit. But that's some of the Warframe Nightwave reset stuff for this week. Let me know if any of it's good or bad for you. Now let's quickly go over the Warframe 1999 weekly reset with all of this stuff starting on the 16th. Okay, Tech Rot with melee weapons. Do the Tech Rot survival with strong melee. Grab that Topaz Archon shard, probably don't need that Arcane. Destroy containers, use Limbo, Ember, Dante, anything with like good AoE that just destroys containers. Yeah, works really well. I know a lot of people have their favorites, so let me know down below. Punch card, okay, punch through on primary is really good. Increase overshield cap, kills Garant shields. I would choose that one, really good. Then melee crit chance, so not bad. Exilus Warframe Adapter or Riven. I would choose the Exilus Warframe Adapter, but always go with whatever you want. You can get Exiluses and Rivens pretty easily nowadays, either way. Kill Skaldra troops with melee weapons. Go to a survival, kill them with a melee weapon. Throw on Kurlava if you want more melee damage. Heavy Javelin, not a huge fan of that one. Friendly Fallout's not too bad. Involuntary Transfusion. I would choose Friendly Fallout if you have a lot of Companions or Spectres. If not, probably Involuntary Infusion. Okay, Arcane Double Pack or 3-day Affinity Boost. Choose the 3-day Affinity Boost. Level up some stuff if you can. kill 20 Xmas units, do a Tekrot survival. Sorry, got interrupted there. Either way, kill all the Xmas units. Next up, it is Amir's birthday. Nothing huge there. And here we have either Arcane Adapter, primary, or Arcane Enhancements. Yeah, I just choose the primary Arcane on that one. Kind of obvious. Kill 500 more enemies with melee, do Tekrot melee, Vosper or double Arcane. Oh, it doesn't really matter. I guess Vosper, but whatever, it's pretty lame on that one. Then it's Flair's birthday. Cool. Kill 750 Tekrot, go Tekrot survival, slaughter them all. Use whatever you want. Okay, I would probably choose the Exilus weapon adapter on that one. And then magazine, melee crit, Spectre companion damage. Oh, I always loved Spectre and companion damage, because companions are kind of a powerhouse. So give them a 250% damage boost, and they're a lot stronger. Either way, everyone, that is the Warframe 1999 weekly seasonal reset. So let's jump on down over to Deimos. We're going to take a quick look at Bird 3 and Elite Deep Archimedea. Elite Deep Archimedea and Deep Archimedea, if you didn't know, it's pretty much just End of Whispers in the Wall. And then once you unlock Steel Path, you unlock Elite Deep Archimedea to get some overall good weekly endgame kind of loot. Go to Shiny Treasures, and we can see, oh, double Azure Archon Shard this week. I guess we also got a Topaz from 1999 weekly. So, pretty good loot there. That's Bird 3. And weekly reminder, go check out Iron Wake on Earth if you want to grab some general loot. Use your Riven Slivers, buy some Rivens, and I think like Endo and stuff like that. Maybe Kuva. Stuff like that. This is Elite Deep Archimedea. Let's take a look at what the weekly boosts, or I should say nerfs, are for Elite Deep Archimedea and yeah, you know. All abilities disabled until squad kills 50 enemies. That one's a huge pain, but just stay back. Max health reduced each time health damage is taken. That one's a huge pain as well. Lose 2 energy per second for each enemy within 10 meters of you. Stay away from enemy. And then activating ability inflicts 50 damage upon you. Don't spam too hard. None of these are too terrible though. Alchemy. Xmas units always drop amphors, but they are the only units that drop them. Kill Xmas units. Enemies slowly regenerate health. And then allies within 4 meters of slain enemies endure reduced velocity, movement speed, and parkour velocity. I can't speak. Survival hostile support. The life support tower directly delivery systems disabled. Necromech spawn every 90 seconds and drop 6 life support modules when killed. Bolstered belligerence. All enemies have overguard equal to 50% of their health. Oh, that one kind of sucks for survival. Oh well, they'll just have more health. And then allies within 4 meters of slain enemies gain 25% fire rate at the cost of 50% ammo efficiency. Okay, not too bad on the survival. Disruption. 2 Necromech Demolishers will attack any conduit, but their health is reduced. A little annoying, but not terrible. Rupturing Fragments replace Shuffling Fragments. And then slow-moving Immortal Duviri limits drain health and energy from allies who get too close. Okay, none of these are the worst. The Vampiric are a pain, but a little bit annoying, but not the worst. So, yeah, let me know what you think about those ones. I'm going to say it's like a solid fitty-fitty. Like, you should probably be able to somewhat easily actually complete those objectives this week, and if not, hey, rip to you, I guess. Rip to you. Let's quickly check out Teshin on Steel Path. Well, for Steel Path. Can just go to any relay. We will go to straight to relay on Earth. 3 things left. We're going to check out Teshin for Steel Path Shop. We are going to check out Acrithis. And then the last thing will be Elite Temporal Archimedea. But Teshin and Acrithis are really fast. Teshin only ever has some cool things once in a while, and this week he doesn't have anything important. Just some Riven, Rifle Riven, Veiled Riven Cypher, you know, Kuva, Relic Pack. Nothing super cool this week with Teshin. Very normal and very lame week for your boy right there. We can still go over to Zariman Dormizone and take a look at Acrithis, see what she has. She's actually one of the, I would say, higher tier shops now because she is essentially the Steel Path, not Steel Path. She is the Duviri shop master, and Duviri is a huge place, so I'd say she's a pretty high tier shop. So either way, if we go to Kurlevo's Archives, not what we need. Enigma Archives, no, just Browsewares, jeez. We can see, form a blueprint, primary arcane adapter, nothing huge, and the daily arcanes. Once in a while I check up, grab them when I need them for Duviri, but just form a blueprint and primary arcane adapter, and some rifle and melee riven mods this week. Nothing huge, but hey, rivens, if you want some more rivens, not really a bad idea. You can go check them out there if you want those 2 rivens. Same with, like, again, Iron Wake on Earth. Never a bad idea. Daily reminder, if you want to support the channel, like, you can use Epic Games creator code Pupsker as well. If you ever buy anything on the Epic Games Store, it always helps out. So thank you, thank you. We're going to check out the last thing here, and that is Kaya Velasco. Yeah, don't worry about the banging up there. Fractured Armor. Casting an ability, reduced armor by 10%. Lose 2 health and moving. Jumping pauses the effect. Max ammo on all weapons, reduced by 75%. Oh, that one actually sucks. And then duration of negative status effects is tripled. So terrible, but not the worst. Exterminate. Enemies take 95% less damage from non-weak point hits, so hit your goddamn headshots. Next up, Jade Wisps haunt the region. If approached, they chase down the player responsible, transform into Jade Light Beams. That one's annoying. Enemies will only take damage if a player is within 15 meters of them. Okay, yeah, this Exterminate actually sucks. Just go face mash and hit weak points, but it sucks. I hate it. Enemies drop Miasmite upon death that immediately rush Flare. Okay. Within the underground, hostile overgrowths will attack if players stop moving. Okay. Slow-moving, Immortal Duviri Luminous drain health and energy from allies who get too close. A little annoying, but I don't think that one's the worst. This one's a pain. Only Thermian RPGs can damage the tank. Reinforcements that carry Thermian RPGs will arrive during the fight. All enemies are replaced with Scaldra and move much faster. And then finally, enemies' health slowly regenerates. So, might not be the worst, but it's a little annoying because of the Thermian plating. All in all, could be worse, could be better. You can use gear, you can go into operator drifter mode on either one of them though, so it could always be worse. So either way, that's the weekly reset for everything this week. Thank you all so much for joining, subbing, liking on Twitch or YouTube, joining the membership, always helps out. Use an Epic Games creator code Pupsker, of course, if you ever buy anything on the Epic Games Store. Helps out as well. I also have the Pupsker FN channel for when I want to just randomly post Fortnite shenanigans, and I don't want to clog up my main channel with Fortnite. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Go check out any of the Borderlands videos if you want to, or just anything, because, yeah, anything helps out, right? So, thank you all so much, and I will see you next time. Cheers.